On this episode, we do something on Twitch, but we go live for a second time.
And I'm still figuring this out, but you know something? It's getting better.
Yeah, Scott's doing awesome. And the things we're able to do now because of that are great. And we are live. Well, we're live on Twitch, and we actually interacted with people on the show.
Yes, we did. So go to Twitch and search for STE, the number 4 Fun Guy. STE4 Fun Guy.
All right. And make sure you click the follow and click the notifications when we go live.
And of course, you can make comments, and we will then interact with you.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job today. We got some comments. We interacted. Live shows usually record on Sunday nights, 5:30 to 6:30 Pacific time.
And of course,
time. That's 7:30 to what?
7:30 to 8:30 Central time.
Starting time.
Yes,
somewhere in there. So you'll get the notification. Go live. Just be ready.
And of course, on this episode, we discussed Mother's Day, Elon on SNL, the Chinese rocket crash, not Elon's.
Yeah, not Elon's, but let's see. How can I do this? Okay. We talk about billionaires not being able to stay married, the new Marvel movie, brain control, and exploding whales.
That's quite a stretch of sensationalism there, Steve.
Yes. And we need, let's see. How can we do this? Let's go with, okay, we're going to talk about making self-isolation worse from COVID. Eric Church is just as good as Mumford & Sons. Israeli sends their space lasers to blow up Hyundais, and Aaron Rodgers is a big baby, but he is able to get famous women to date him. And now it's Shailene Woodley. I don't know.
Wow, and you talk about me just making up stories from the headlights. What do you think you just did?
Hey, welcome to the Don't Know Show. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott. This is the tale of how bad life decisions led to a YouTube show, podcast, and of course now live on Twitch.
Yes, we are live. So if you pull up the chat, I can see the chat. I will relay the messages to Scott.
I have chat up now. I remembered. Hey, it's only the second time we're doing this.
All right. Did you see that?
Did I see what?
Chat.
Oh, yes, it says hi. Hi.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah. Hi, Scott. So cool. All right. So we're going to talk about what we've got. We're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today. And the first thing we usually talk about is what's behind us on our screens, on our green screens.
That is correct. And
on your green screen is a stream for,
yes.
It looks like a live stream to me.
It almost does, doesn't it? I actually stood.
You mean that's not a live stream?
No, I stood perfectly still and took a 2-minute long video without moving. Boy, that was hard.
Okay, then it is a live stream. It's a video moving. It's moving. It's a. What do you call it? If it's not a live stream, what is it?
Well, we are on Twitch as a live stream. This is a video recording of a creek.
Live stream.
White River.
It's a video recording of a live stream.
I get it. A stream. I get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is why Scott doesn't do segues.
No.
Because
he doesn't like them when I do them.
Well, I love them when you do it. I just don't understand the logic behind them because they don't tie into the story. Okay, again, a segue is not just coming out and telling us. The next thing we're going to talk about is the picture of the balloon behind Steve.
We are?
That's not
right.
how you say that. What you would say is something like this. And now, since Steve has an inflated opinion of himself, let's talk about what's behind Steve. Do you see that? You see how that works?
Okay, the problem is that looks like a picture of a balloon, not an actual inflated balloon.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I get it. Because you're inflated, the picture behind you is going to grow.
No, it just says Happy Mother's Day because
technically today is Mother's Day, even though the people who watch.
Well, the live stream is on Mother's Day.
That is correct.
Show releases on Saturday on YouTube.
Correct.
So we can play more to the live stream.
Yes.
Yay. All right. What does the chat box here say? I don't know.
So far, all I see is Tom.
Yep. Oh, there's Not Yep.
Aha.
Not Yep. Hi, Not Yep. Not Yep found us. Yes. Okay. So that's not me.
No.
So Not Yep is from Highland Lake, Illinois.
Island Lake, Illinois. Awesome
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah.
That's not too far from me.
No,
I could
it's
actually
not.
be there in about a half an hour.
Could you really?
I can get to Harvard in 20 minutes, and Island Lake, I want to say, is another 10 minutes. So half an hour to 40 minutes tops. No, it's not 40, it's half an hour.
I don't know how you're driving. I don't know if I want to go in your wide drive limo if you can get there in a half hour.
Hey, I actually went from the border up to Milwaukee to a new club with a party last night, and we made it in an hour and 20 minutes, which surprised me.
Maybe you're just, I don't know, so entertaining. The time just goes by faster because I'm going to have to read the non sequitur. And I love that Scott does this, but hey, I'm heading up right now to make sure everything is done. I promoted 7:30, 5:30 Pacific time. I reply back and he goes, the Twitch promo automatically adjusts for the time zone of the viewers.
That's
again.
correct.
Did you set it for 7:30 your time or 7:30 my time? Because 7:30 my time would have been 9:30 your time.
I
was asking.
It works off of my time.
Well, that's what I asked.
And I responded so you could theoretically understand.
Well, I don't understand you at all, which is just normal for par for the course. Okay. Your stream jumps a little bit on it, so it's kind of
right at the end, yes, because I moved to turn it off. I should have edited that little.
Yeah, I could have edited that clip off because you did a great job. Otherwise, were you holding your breath the whole time?
No, I was just breathing really careful, like when I scuba dive. I was controlling my breathing.
because you can hold your breath for 2 minutes. That's not.
I can't any longer. I'm out of practice.
Any longer. You used to be able to.
Yeah.
Let's try now. Go ahead. We'll wait.
You just want me to shut up. I figured you out.
No. So happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. And happy Mother's Day to Peggy.
Yes. Thank you.
Because even though we both look like we've had children, we haven't. Well, you have, but not really. Peggy actually
physically have had them.
Right.
I had children, but
yes.
And you, like the witch in Hansel and Gretel, look like you have eaten children. You're plump. Like I'm plump.
Rude.
But I hit a wall on my diet, so I'm doing good, but I hit a wall, so we're good there. Not yet. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
So did you see it?
I see it, but I'm not going to type. I'm just going to talk. And you're quite welcome.
She likes when you talk.
Yes, because you talk too much.
Yeah, exactly. Problem of my life.
That's all right. Susie says I talk too much.
But last night, I know you didn't watch it, but Elon Musk was on SNL. This was like the first SNL in a month.
Okay.
I don't know why. Their schedule's like all goofed up.
Everybody's
schedule's one again next week. Yeah. And there's one again next week. But he did a good job. I thought he did good. He talked about him having Asperger's, which is why he's kind of weird and talks with no inflection or anything like that.
Right.
But one of his good opening monologue jokes is, look, man, I'm inventing electric cars and I'm sending people to Mars. Did you think I would be some chill dude who knew how to talk?
Well, prime example, the Big Bang Theory, and of course now Young Sheldon. People who are focused of that type of intelligence, their social skills are really bad.
Right. But he did a good job. Let's see. What are some of the other things they did? They brought him on Weekend Update, the news part of it, right? And they brought him on as if he was in other skits, but he brought him on as a financial advisor, and he explained cryptocurrency. And they kept asking him, so what is Dogecoin? And he goes, well, it's a cryptocurrency. So what is Dogecoin? So what is Dogecoin? What is it? And then the finally goes, oh, so it's a hustle. He goes, yeah, it's a hustle. So that was kind of cool. So he had fun with that. And then the very last skit, they talked about him, and he was an anti-mask person.
Right.
He didn't believe in wearing masks. So the skit was they were in the Old West and whatever. And the skit goes on. He talks about, I know what we'll do. Instead of riding straight up on this gang, what we'll do is we'll dig a hole in the earth and we'll pop up from underneath them with this new boring thing that I didn't think he said boring, but his new tunnel digging thing that he did, and it'll surprise him. And they go, why does he think he's always right? He goes, well, he was wrong about the masks And Keenan kind of leans in and goes, okay, remember how when we had the bank robbery and you didn't want to wear the masks? And go ahead, say it. Yes. Now, after thinking about it, masks are a good thing.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So they got, they played on him, and I thought he did good. I thought he,
well, he's very intelligent, obviously. So
yeah, but intelligent again. You said personality wise,
correct.
Doesn't have the comedic timing and or the personality, but they wrote it well for him. I don't know what he vetoed, but he let them make fun of him. So that was cool.
Yeah, it's something you got to anticipate if you're going to be on the show.
And Dogecoin didn't go to the moon. I mean, it's going to go to the moon. He's going to put it on a spaceship and send it up there.
Oh,
but yeah.
Wait a minute. It's not a real coin. So how is he going to send it?
No, it is a real coin. They have they have symbols of them. I mean, you can mint a coin. The coin has no value, but they have what it looks like and everything with the dog on it.
Okay.
All of them have a representation of what the coin would look like.
Okay.
With their logo on it or whatever.
To me personally, I would think they'd be kind of like casino chips worth, large,
right.
increments.
Yeah, increments.
Or what's the John Wick show when they got those special coins?
The gold coins. Yeah. Well, they weren't special. Well, they were special.
They were special.
They were gold.
You had
but they were gold.
Things to get them.
They were the currency of the hitmen. So pretty cool.
Yes. And not just the hitmen, but the community.
Yep.
What's the right? The underworld community? Underworld?
The hitmen. But one of the other
a different
jokes,
movie, by the way.
Did you know that China was trying to put another rocket across our bow? Did you hear about this?
Are you talking about the one that we were thinking might land in my backyard but didn't?
Well, it landed in the Indian Ocean, but yeah, the other one that they lost control of went over the United States also. But this one landed in the Indian Ocean, and one of the jokes were like, "Oh, now we know why Elon Musk wanted to he needed an alibi." Wasn't me.
Yeah,
Wasn't me. So that's pretty cool.
I'll go along with that.
So yeah, so I guess I
might actually have to watch the show now.
But this is the second Chinese rocket that's crashed.
Which is really weird because they're smart too, and they put up some good stuff.
Well, our stuff crashes, but we tell people about it, right?
Yeah. Well,
the big thing about them is they waited till it was lost way before they announced to anybody that this thing was coming down. Well, we've had rockets come down and we've announced it.
Yes, but I guarantee you they didn't announce it immediately either.
Our stuff is pretty public. I mean, like Skylab coming down, we knew when that was going to go and where it was going to, the path, and it didn't know when it was going to hit land or ocean. But we don't necessarily lose control of them as much as China's been losing control.
Exactly.
So here's a segue.
Made in China, right?
Yeah. So here's a segue. Losing control. Guess who lost control of half his money?
Half his money?
Well, that's what happens when you get a divorce, right?
Oh, wait a minute. No, because isn't she just as rich as he is?
Well, yeah, because of his money. Because of Microsoft. The Microsoft deal, they got him estimated at like $130 billion, $130.5 billion. And then their foundation gives away billions of dollars every year.
Right.
So after 27 years, just like the Bezos, they're now getting a divorce. I think the Bezos weren't married as long. But yeah, what's with this having problems with your marriage because you got so much money you don't know what to do with yourself?
What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros?
Elephino.
Exactly.
It's just weird.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
I mean, she did write a book about it. When did she write the book? Do you remember when she wrote the book?
It was before my time.
Oh, really?
No. But I'm
I don't remember when she wrote the book.
Because we got so good into the show, I stopped making a modification to my screen, so I can't see that right now.
Here it is, 2019.
That wasn't that long ago. It was 2 years
2019, ago. The moment of lift.
Are we going to
So-
talk about Lyft again in Toyota?
No, this is not a segue.
Oh, okay.
But you just segue back to an old story that Toyota's buying Lyft's automated stuff. It's pretty cool. So yeah, so A Moment of Lyft, and she wrote the book. It was about her writing the first letter for the foundation in 2007. Bill wrote every letter, and then in 2012 she wanted to write the letter, and it got into a big fight.
Why?
I'm like, wow. Well, she's huge into uplifting women and women's right, and men and women should be paid the same. So I am imagining that, being of old school and being of Microsoft, that there were some arguments there.
You think?
Yeah. But yeah, they're asking for privacy to help them navigate their new life. Some of the memes that were going around were Bezos' wife and Melinda Gates. Why don't I remember her name? Yeah, Melinda Gates.
Melinda, yeah.
That they were like on spring break, this summer coming near you, the two divorcees. But she's already remarried. Not Melinda, but Bezos's
Right.
wife. She's already remarried.
Yeah, I saw that. So
Mackenzie.
that makes you think a little bit.
Yeah, Mackenzie's already remarried.
But then again, as they say, prime real estate goes fast.
Oh, are you trying to segue to the new one?
No.
Oh.
Of course I am. Jeez, criminy.
Okay.
I finally came up with one on the top of my head that works.
So explain to me how this has to do with prime real estate.
Well, isn't Whale Memorial Park real estate?
Okay, that's okay. So again, this is where Scott reads the subject and then makes up his own story.
I didn't make up any story at all.
Read the name of the park.
Whale Memorial. Oh, there's actually a name in here. Aha.
Read the name of the park.
Hang on, I have to open it.
This is the
I was
actual
still fixing
name.
the screens, and I finally got it to work.
See, again, Scott sees what he wants to see, and he makes up his own story. If he had read the actual story, it's much better.
Blasted blubber beyond all believable bounds.
Read the heading.
Exploding Whale Memorial Park.
Exploding Whale Memorial Park.
Oh,
Do you remember that whale that was up on the beach that actually exploded in Oregon? You remember that?
That was a while ago.
Yeah. This was the beach, and the name of the beach, including the sign, says Exploding Whale Memorial Park. Exploding Whale.
Oregon. Okay. 50 years later.
Yeah. Yeah. Look.
Interesting.
Why?
Why? Because they can.
They said that there was a whale that the sperm whale washed ashore near Florence, Oregon, measuring 45 feet long, weighing approximately 8 tons. The decomposing whale presented a challenge for the city. Officials were left baffled by a predicament, unable to bury or burn the carcass. Their solution: blow the thing up with dynamite.
Which they did.
So, yes, but chunks of blubber were flying over a quarter mile away.
I like what happened to the poor car in the parking lot.
Yeah, a quarter mile away. Got crushed by a chunk of flying blubber.
Yep.
But yeah, so they named it Exploding Whale Memorial Park.
Now think about this. 50 years ago was the 80s, right? 70s? 70s. It was the 70s.
Scott does math, ladies and gentlemen. The Don't Know Show. He doesn't know math.
I'm thinking in the 70s, cars were still built pretty tough. Not quite as tough as the 30s, 40s, and 50s. Those things were like freaking tanks.
Or a flying whale.
Yeah. So you imagine how big that chunk must have been that landed on that vehicle.
Pretty funny. Pretty funny. You know what else isn't funny?
You.
People messing with Marvel Comics.
Oh, yeah. Nobody should do that.
So Captain Marvel 2 is coming out.
Yes.
But it's not called Captain Marvel 2.
Okay.
You opening up the
I
the
just
subject
did.
board? Okay. What's it called?
That's what I see who it's being directed by. Let's see. It's called The Marvels.
The Marvels. Yeah.
Okay.
But not all movies are called Captain Marvel 2 and stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm like,
I'm confused.
why can't they just call it The Marvels? Why are people upset about this? Apparently, it's not funny. Don't mess with this, whatever.
All right. Apparently, we have our first Muslim superhero.
Is it officially a first?
That's what it says.
Muslim? Cool.
And WandaVision fans will recall that Paris made her MCU debut on WandaVision. Okay.
Yeah. Played the Sword Agent. The Sword?
Sword.
How you say
Sword. That's
Sword?
the proper way to pronounce it. Sword.
SWORD agent.
I don't know if it's do you think there's a country that actually pronounces it that way?
I did.
Legitimately?
I did.
We do it because it's funny, but the W is definitely silent for us. So, but
okay.
I think I told you this before. For my chiropractor, every week they send you a reminder and you're supposed to reply yes. That's tell them that you're going to show up for your appointment.
Oh, yeah?
And I spent 2.5 years going through all the different countries' versions of how to say yes. And then
different languages?
Right. And then I did okay, and if you say so, and stuff like that, because it was more funny. Otherwise, it's just boring. You know, I'm not.
It was more funny?
Yeah. Much more better. Kind of like chunkier. More chunkier.
It was Sword.
So
maybe you could use something to help you to be able to communicate better with people.
Al?
No, not Al.
No. Wait a minute.
Cognizance.
Podnixons?
Not Cognition, but Cognizant. Cognizant brain monitoring headset. It is a brain monitoring headset that you can put on, and people who have severe disabilities can communicate to you just as easily as you and I do talk. Well, would we say that the Don't Know Show is actually communicating well today? Are we speaking good USA?
Usa ya ra ra.
What?
Usa ra ra ra. USA. USA. Seriously.
Okay, you're just being weird.
Well, if you go to the Olympics, they always shout USA, USA. But most people take acronyms, right? Acronyms. They take acronyms and they make a word out of it. Like ASAP is ASAP. So I went USA.
Oh, okay. I have no idea. All right. So I just clicked into the chat. So now I've got Vegas, Island Lake, and I don't know where Commander Root is from.
Commander Root. I don't.
Is that one of your guys?
Well, it could be. I don't know what people's Twitch names are. I know what their game names are, and sometimes I even know their real names.
Why not?
Why not? Because this is only the second week we've done this, and it's the first week I promoted it to the game crowd.
Okay. Well, Commander Root, thank you for being one of our viewers. We got Not Yet, Happy Camper. So we're in good shape.
All right, see, it's a lot more fun.
So this new headset's pretty cool.
I'm looking at this, and it looks interesting because it apparently works with your eyes and everything.
Yeah, because all right, so people have disease, they can look and type by looking at certain things.
Oh, so, I get it. Yes.
So the headset tracks, the wearer can direct the cursor. Right?
Correct.
And they can pick a pick. No body motion is required. And then the assistant's voice, like Alexa, which not Alexa because they don't have that, can talk for the person.
Right.
So you know how when the smartest man in the world in a wheelchair, Stephen Hawking, how his voice is? So it might be that same voice.
It could be, although with the technology the way it's gotten, I'm sure it's going to be more fluid.
Yep. But they're working on doing it with EEGs too. So not only does it look at where your eyes are looking, but picks up the electrodes in your brain to talk. How cool is that?
Well, what I'm thinking is eyes are faster than if you're disabled and you are utilizing a push pin or a finger or a pencil in your mouth to type, that's really slow. So this has got to speed up communications phenomenally.
Well, that and the fact that it has 6 EEG sensors. So it's actually picking up brain patterns so to actually talk and do things. So that's kind of cool.
And I'm assuming it has an AI built into it, so it learns.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it can predict like stuff.
I like it. Did you ever see the movie The Accountant?
Yes. Yes, I love that movie.
Yes.
Ben Affleck as an accountant.
Right.
He goes and he cleans up the bad guys.
Yeah.
And he also does their taxes.
Yes, he does. But the girl who is the voice that talks to him is she uses something similar to this in the movie, which might have been the prototype. Yes. At the beginning of the movie,
hiding her voice.
When she's younger, she talked. But once she got older, her disease made her stop talking. So she wore something. You only see it for a little bit.
They went to school together, right? I'm going to have to watch the movie again now. Thanks.
No, her father opened up the center for people with disabilities.
No, I don't have to watch the movie again?
You should, because it's good enough to see it.
Well, you said no.
Well, I said no to something else you said, but whatever. All right. That's enough of that. If you haven't seen the movie, see the movie. Everybody. It's
because otherwise Ben Affleck will come in and cancel you.
It could be, but I don't think so. And you did another segue, didn't you?
Do you know who's canceling himself?
Oh, no. Arnold Schwarzenegger's not going to be Conan the Barbarian anymore.
No. But
Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien.
Yep. He's been off. He got fired 11 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. So the TBS show's winding down. June 24th will be the last day. Can you trust this guy? No. He when they fired him, he was not allowed to be on TV. The Don't Know Show knows that he was not allowed to be on TV. He signed a contract that he would not be on TV. Isn't that crazy?
Interesting.
But he came back to the show anyways. But he's smart. He's canceling this show and he's going to open up. He's going to start another show with his production company, Coco Productions or whatever it is. What is the name of his production company?
It's
Coco. Team Coco, right?
It doesn't say in this article, and I don't know enough about him.
It does.
It does?
I just got to find it. Team Coco. Yeah, that's right. Team Coco. They're going to produce a new HBO Max weekly show. So, who's done that? Let's see. David Letterman retired, and then he came back, and he does a show called My Next Guest Needs No Introduction.
Okay.
You seen those?
No.
You heard about those?
Yes.
Okay. So now he's going to be doing the same thing.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Instead of working 5 nights a week, he'll probably make just as much money working 1 night a week, getting bigger stars on. I think that's the evolution of late night talk shows. Even though everybody wants them to be comfortable. Oh, excuse me.
Well, I've noticed that a lot have. Oh, you heard about the schools, right?
What schools?
All the schools are going to cancel snow days from now on. Because of the pandemic, they now have off-premise learning using Zoom and stuff. So no more school days if it's a snow day. If there's a snow.
Oh, gotcha. If there's a snow day, you'll just do the offline. You'll do the
correct.
Yeah.
They just announced it yesterday.
That makes sense. Their school year is fixed now.
Yep.
Which will actually save them money because having the building open, what?
A ton of money, yes.
Yeah. But having the building open for those extra days actually costs them money.
Right.
That's crazy.
And not only that, you've got people who are working at 3:00 in the morning trying to make decisions about whether to close or not and stuff. And, I guess you still have to do that.
You still have to make that decision because you got to roll the buses.
Right. So, but yeah, it should work.
It should work. And you know what? You know what you need to make something work?
Batteries?
Positivity.
Positivity.
The positive side of a battery.
Wait a minute. I just thought of something. We should invent positivity batteries. We could recharge people's positivity batteries.
It wouldn't work because the only reason a battery works is because it's got a positive and a negative.
Oh, crap.
The electrons have to flow.
You have a valid point.
The electrons have to, although do electrons flow from positive to negative or negative to positive? I never did understand that in electronics because they talk about electricity actually runs backwards, right? We all think of it as going from positive to negative, but the electrons run from negative to positive. Just like lightning, they say lightning actually starts on the ground and goes up. That's a theory.
Yes.
I don't know. The Don't Know Show. Don't know what is accurate or what is not.
Yes. I have seen slow motion videos of lightning, and they definitely come down. They do not go up.
How do you know that?
Because the slow motion is, they say that the reason that we can't tell is because it happens so fast that our brain tells us that it's coming down. But if you take a camera, which has it only records the actual thing, and slow it down, you can see it coming down and hitting.
What are you seeing coming down?
Oh, I see what you're saying. So the electrons could be going up, and then it charges the atmosphere and it turns into light at that point coming down, following the stream.
Right.
Okay. That I can go with that.
So this is one of the great fallacies of life. Electricity. You ready? We have a word for it. What is electricity?
Go-go juice.
Nobody knows. Do you know that's one of the words that scientists still don't really fully understand? They understand what it does. They understand how to control it. They understand how to use it, but they don't actually know what it is. Another word, Don't Know Show, gravity. We know how gravity affects people. We know how to manipulate gravity, but what actually is gravity? Don't know, do you? That's why we have the Don't Know Show, because you don't know.
I'll go along with that. I mean, I sort of remember the theory of it, and that's what they call it.
That's a theory.
Call it the theory of relativity.
That's a theory. It's not, right? They don't know. The whole world's the Don't Know Show. We could all be, like Elon Musk said on Saturday Night Live, we could all be some kid playing a video game, and we're just simulations.
And they're probably right.
Sad but true. Matrix is coming out. When is that coming out?
So looking forward to that.
When is that coming out?
It was supposed to be one of the blockbusters for the Christmas season, but we'll see.
It says Matrix 4 2021. Release date. Oh, it's a Christmas movie.
Yep, told you.
Yay, it's a Christmas movie.
Originally, it was supposed to be July 4th, which is when the first blockbusters come out, but with the pandemic, it got pushed back.
Name some famous Christmas movies.
White Christmas.
Okay, you got one. Now I'll name one. Home Alone.
Miracle on 34th Street.
That's a Wonderful Life.
Scrooge.
Die Hard.
You know, that's funny because technically that is a Christmas movie. It is not a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. He's at the Takanomi Plaza during the Christmas party and the holiday party, and that's when it happens.
Well, it's like Red.
And they play Christmas
the same
music.
Actor.
And they use Christmas music in it.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas movie.
Sure.
A long way to get there to that joke, but okay.
Okay.
So Matrix 4 is now a Christmas movie. All right, so let's move on to Scott Thomas, who you're watching on the Twitch channel there, the STE for Fun Guy. He switches to the STE for Fun Guy to give us our genuine positivity message. So remember, be positive, test negative.
When you have too much of something and give some to someone else who needs it, you don't just help someone else, you make room for something new in your life.
Cool. H. Camper confirmed it. H. Camper confirmed that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yep, Die Hard.
That's awesome. I know. Isn't that a great Christmas movie?
So is Red a Christmas movie too?
So
Bruce Willis?
we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to your positivity message. So this brings on another question: is a hot dog a sandwich?
Well, it's meat on a bun, which is bread. So I'm going to go with it.
It's a sandwich. Hot dog's a sandwich.
Sure.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Hot dog's a sandwich.
Okay. Works for me.
We're just giving you. So part of your positivity message is when you have too much of something and give it to someone else who needs it, you don't just help someone else out. You make room for something new in your life.
Right.
So by me giving all this knowledge out, I'm making room for more knowledge.
Right. So you could be a sponge for knowledge.
A sponge for food. I don't know about a sponge for knowledge. Yeah. I hate hitting a wall. I did 12 pounds last month. Did you ever weigh yourself? Did you officially get your 10?
No, although I got another notch in my belt.
So does that mean you've lost 20 pounds now?
I don't think so. I
don't think so either. I don't think your belt math works for me. 10 pounds a notch.
Well, it's kind of how when I put the weight back on, I lost every 10 pounds. I lost a notch. So I figured it was the same going down.
You mean going up, same coming down?
That's what I just said.
Listen to the replay.
Listen to the replay.
I don't think that's what you said. Listeners, what did he say? I'm accused of not listening to him. I'm accusing him of not listening to himself.
I don't listen to myself either. I mean, I figure it this way. I hear myself all day long, so I could ignore myself during the show.
Okay. That would work.
Sure.
So to segue out of this COVID sucks, but you want to know what some people in Montreal did?
Yes, Steve, I do.
They were so bored during COVID that they said, hey, let's be even more bored. So 15 volunteers volunteered to spend 40 days in a cave.
Okay.
No sunlight or no way of telling time. Like, okay, COVID is bad enough where people are in their houses not doing anything, not leaving, dialing in for food and stuff like that. But so these people volunteer to do 40 days. Like, let's make COVID worse.
I'm really kind of curious what the whole experiment was about. And it says the time went by so fast. It's like, really?
Yeah.
I do a bus run. If I forget to bring my book and I'm sitting outside waiting for them for an hour and a half while they're in a bar, I'm going absolutely apeshit crazy saying, what's taking them so long?
Well, all right. So
of course there were 13 other people with her. So okay.
Exactly. You know, it was 7 women and 8 men. And this is for the future of our planet and how we'll evolve. By what? Living underground? Isn't that how what movie is that where the Eloys Time Machine, where the Eloys went underground and they were grabbing people from above ground and sucking them underneath? Don't you remember the Time Machine?
No.
Jules Verne's The Time Machine. You know the book.
I don't know the book, but I didn't even know they made a movie out of it.
Are you serious? There's been a movie and a remake.
Okay.
All right, you need to watch that movie, The Time Machine. And humankind has moved below ground, and they come above ground, and they steal the surface dwellers.
Why would they steal them? Do they eat them? I got to watch the movie.
Yeah, watch the movie. Yeah. Don't want to ruin it for you.
So, okay. Well, I'll tell you right now. They're in a damp, cold cave with no internet, no phones, only their devices that are recording everything that they're doing and, of course, light.
Right. So here's the other thing. They said, just feel free to wake up and go to sleep whenever you want. Well, everybody's clocks are going to be all messed up on that.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm a second shifter. I go to bed between 1 and 2 every morning. And of course, like last night, I didn't get home from that run until, after 3. So it was closer to 4 in the morning by the time I fell asleep. And I still woke up at 20 after 9.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah. Now I have to wear earplugs and we have blackout curtains. which helps tremendously. So I'm thinking it is a really, really, really good idea to not go in a cave and try to not sleep too long, because it would have everything I need. Well, no, maybe the noises would wake me up, but
Yeah. Well, the funny part is that, the one, hey, would you go back? Maybe in a few years. But for now, I'm just happy to be out. So said everybody from COVID,
right.
right? I mean, like, what did we learn? Apparently, it's going to help us with going to Mars or whatever, But it's just weird. So I don't know if you know this. You're the music guy.
Yes, I do know that Country Thunder has a new headliner this year.
Do you know who Eric Church is?
He's the new headliner for Country Thunder.
Do you know who he is? Do you know any of his songs?
Well, do I know any of his songs? No, because I'm not a country dude. But I know who he is because I've been promoting his concerts on my bus runs. Whenever he comes to Country Thunder, we take him people to a concert.
A lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so apparently there have only been 6 musicians who can claim what Eric Church just did. 6.
And I'm not one of them.
I didn't know that this was even a big deal, but apparently, if you think about it, it is. Everybody knows about singles, right? And singles on the top Billboard charts.
Correct.
Right? You could have a lot of singles released from an album, and they could all be on the Billboard charts, right?
Yes.
You could even have number 1 and number 2 on the top 2 spots on the Billboard charts.
Which has happened, yes.
Right, for songs. But only 6 times in the history of the Billboard charts has an artist had 2 albums be in the first and second spot.
That is cool.
How weird is that? I mean, I guess when you think about it, a lot of artists don't really release albums like in that kind of timeline.
Correct.
There's usually a break. They go on tour.
Yes, that's the whole purpose.
And then they do that.
You do the album, you go on tour, because the more you tour, the more people buy the album because you're now singing the songs at the concerts.
So here's the weird part. Here's the artists that have done this. And I'm going to say the last artist I'm going to mention did this just because they released 2 albums and stuff like that. I mean, I know they're good, but I don't think they're that good. So, okay. So everybody send the hate in here for the last one I'm going to announce, and I'll let you know. But yes. Okay. The Beatles.
Yep. That's
okay. I can see that.
Yep.
Queen. Right.
Definitely. Yes.
Right. Led Zeppelin.
I found it hard to believe that he had 2 albums at the same time.
They had 2 albums.
His music was so long. It's like, really? Maybe that's why, because they were so long they had to make more albums.
Right? Yeah. It was actually a part 1 and a part 2. No.
Yeah.
It was 2. Okay. Metallica. Makes sense. Justin Timberlake. But I don't know which 2 albums those were, because he releases an album, goes on tour, and then goes, You got the 2020 album, and then the Man in the Woods tour. So he does an album and a tour. So I don't know what those are. Here's the last one that I'm going to get, oh, really? You don't like them? No, it's not that I don't like them, but Mumford and Sons.
Yes. It's like, really? I don't even remember them having that many hit songs in the first place.
So I'm going to look up and see how many albums Mumford and Sons actually even released. Mumford and Sons.
It'll probably be something like 2, and they were both released at the same year.
The same time, yeah. Okay. Okay. Really?
Obviously, it's more than 2.
Okay, I'm just going to start listing these out with the years. Okay. Delta, 2018. Babel, 2012. Wilder Mind, 2015. The Road to the Red Rocks, 2012. Live from South Africa, 2016. Sight No More, 2009. The Apple Music Festival, London, 2015. Babel, okay, whatever. Sight No More, the EP. Now, are these all albums? Johannesburg, Love Your Ground, these are all EPs. So what's between an EP and an album? But the Wedding Band, Delta Acoustic Sessions, live from Bull Moose. Delta Diaries. Really? Mumford and Sons, the English folk rock, formed in London in 2007.
Interesting. Yeah.
The funny part about this is, talk about Saturday Night Live. Last month, the host, I don't remember her name, Carrie something, is married to the guy from Mumford and Sons. And he was actually in the audience going, "Hey, you need a musical guest tonight?" She goes, "No, we already got somebody. Go away. Go." So that was pretty funny. But I'm guessing the 2 albums. No, that's still bad. I don't know what 2 albums.
Yeah, I just didn't. I honestly didn't think they had that many songs. Because in my system, I probably have like 6 total.
Yeah, Sign No More from 9, 2012, Road to Red Rocks, 2012 Babel, Apple Music Festival 2015, Wilder Mind 2015. That's got to be the 2. That's got to be 2. The Apple Music Festival,
right,
London 2015, and the Wilder Mind in 2015. Because the other ones, well, the 2012s overlap. Road to the Red Rocks and Babel. Those are both 2012.
Now, Road to the Red Rocks was a big one. So that's why I'm thinking.
Well, maybe that was the one, Road to the Red Rocks and Babel, maybe the 2 that overlapped.
I'm going to have to say that's probably correct.
The don't know
now,
show.
Again,
don't know.
We don't know for sure, but to me, that sounds right from
the
music I have in my collection.
But again, now I have to listen to Mumford and Sons.
Yeah.
Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
It's always a good idea because it's expanding.
Sure?
It's letting you use that sponge that you became by giving away some of that knowledge and filling up with new knowledge. See? Why not? Okay, so getting a little bit of lag on my computer. I think I'm doing too much stuff at the same time. But we look good on the screen, right?
Hold on, time out. So I'm reading this article in Forbes, and they're going top 10 vinyl albums this week. This is where we're listening. Soul by Eric Church.
Right.
And by Eric Church, 1 and 2, right?
Right. But isn't Soul from the movie?
Guess what the 10th vinyl album is this week? Guess.
Mumford and Sons.
No, it's not Mumford and Sons. Thank God I would be like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me." It's Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
What?
So apparently this is all vinyl sales, but because of COVID, people are accelerating buying on vinyl.
Okay.
I mean, I have vinyl.
Okay. Everything I do is digital.
I know, but I have all digital also.
Yeah, see?
There's mine.
Right.
No, I get that, but that's mine.
It's kind of funny because I have almost a terabyte worth of songs now. I had to upgrade my backup to a 2 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yep. I've got music from the big band music to what's on the radio today. That's a lot of freaky music.
There's a lot.
Over 100,000
we got 2 more
songs.
We got 2 more stories in 10 more minutes. I think we can do it.
Yep, we can do it.
We can do it. All right.
Especially
remember we talked about
if we go fast.
Okay. So now we'll slow down. I was trying to go fast, and you're now telling me, especially if you go fast, and I was trying to go fast.
It's a damn lag from the show.
So should I try something else?
No, yeah, go slow.
Okay. I'll go slow. Remember we were talking about when I wanted to buy my new vehicle, new to me?
Yes.
Used vehicle, new to me. And I talked about, I was looking at Hyundai. I was looking at Kia.
Yes. And
Toyota and Nissan.
And of course, yourself in the mirror.
I'm looking at the man in the mirror. So yes. And I said I did not want to buy, was it Kia or Hyundai? I thought it was Hyundai because they were starting to report engine fires.
Yes.
Well, the recall actually came out on May 4th. Hyundai recalls over 390,000 vehicles for possible engine fires.
Yep. And of course it's all because of Star Wars.
2 problems. No, it's because of the Israeli lasers shooting laser beams. Oh no, wait, that was the senator from the East Coast that said that they were shooting them in California to start the fires. I thought they were shooting them at the cars now and starting the engine fires.
Yeah, no.
But here's my favorite part of the recall. One recall, the owners are being told to park their vehicles outdoors until repairs are made.
Yeah. Yes. And preferably not under a tree or next to a tree or next to another vehicle.
Yeah. But please park your vehicle outside until.
And of course, not in a gas station parking lot.
Or driving it down the road and it bursts into flames. But one of them is brake fluid can leak into the anti-lock brake chamber, into the computer,
right,
and cause an electric fire. Okay. And then that's caused electric fire leading to fires. Owners should park outdoors and away from structures until the problem is fixed. Great. Thank you. And then the other one's a fuse. Dealers will replace a fuse and replace computer if necessary. Owners will be notified in June.
Hey, that's only next month.
June.
Okay.
But
yeah. So, aren't you glad you didn't buy it?
Yes. I'm very happy with my vehicle. Very happy with my Toyota RAV4.
Yeah. There's a lot of people who are not happy, especially here in Wisconsin.
Why is that?
Well, because of the problem with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, so that's a local story. We don't hear a lot about that throughout the whole nation. What's going on?
No, this is everywhere. I had people. Go ahead.
No, you go. You were going. You're on a roll.
I have a client that just called me, and they're from South Dakota, and they're coming here for a wedding in this. And the first thing comes out of their mouth, "Hey, is Aaron Rodgers really quitting the Packers? We want him." I'm like, "Who's we?" And how do you know this?
Okay,
it's all over the news.
Okay, what football team is in any Dakota?
I don't think they have one, but so they're obviously probably South Dakota. Who would that? Colorado, probably Broncos. That'd be the closest, wouldn't it?
I don't know. I mean, they have an American football team. They have an American football team. Does South Dakota have an NFL football team? South Dakota, Minnesota Vikings, Utah, the Denver Broncos, or the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, Utah would be close too.
Oh, that's Utah.
But
South
Colorado's
Dakota is the Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
Utah's the Denver Broncos. I mean, theoretically, but that. Okay.
Wait a minute. No, he can't go to Minnesota because that's what Favre did.
Right, but that'd be cool. But my
question would be terrible.
My question for you is this guy that good of a customer? You should know who his team is.
Because of the pandemic and the lack of social activity that I get, when a customer calls, I talk with them about any subject they want to.
Cool.
Yep. A normal business call is usually under 10 minutes. Lately, they've been 40 because it's the best I get.
How come I can't see everybody that's online?
I don't know. And it keeps fluctuating. So, it'd be kind of neat to, all I'm getting is a number. You got to
figure out how to turn on the lits and lights and all that stuff.
Too. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out. Yeah, there's supposed to be bits and there's supposed to be all sorts of cool things that we can get into.
Yeah, I have no idea how to tell, though, who these people are. I got settings. I got clip.
After the show, you got to hook me up with your son.
He's working too much.
I realize that, but I have more flexible schedule than you do. I can possibly be available when he's available.
Well, sign up to his Twitch and get on and stream with him.
There you go.
Take down his stream. But so back to Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
What is Aaron Rodgers doing?
What is he doing? We still are not sure.
I mean, is he staying? Is he going? Are they drafting a new quarterback? What's the big deal?
They already did draft last year. They drafted a new quarterback. And I guess he got his nose out of joint, which makes absolutely no sense because he was drafted when Favre was still a quarterback so that he could learn from Favre and work with the team. That's how you build a quarterback. A quarterback doesn't come in as a one-year quarterback and be the king. You got to work with the team, and that's
but I guess the thing is, they didn't tell him.
He wanted what he calls a weapon, which is basically a receiver. He wanted another receiver
Oh,
because
to win. And
so
they're
they
like,
go-
no, man, you're getting old and you're going to leave us and go to Florida. Like Tom
so,
Brady.
but from what I'm understanding, the whole thing is the new coach, instead of getting him his receiver, got the replacement quarterback because it's going to take 3 years for the replacement quarterback to build into the position. They offered him another 3-year contract, the biggest contract in the history of the Packers, and apparently he turned it down.
Well, they could always get, what's the guy from Chicago? What's the quarterback from Chicago that sucks? Not Andy Dalton, the other one, the one that they drafted.
I don't know.
I
don't pay a whole lot of attention.
But come on, listeners. What's the guy from Chicago? Chicago quarterback that sucks. Somebody type in there.
I wasn't McMahon. What was the guy that I remember that was bad? Everybody
just even spell it wrong. I don't care. I'll get it.
Yeah.
What is his name?
Well, why didn't
Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah.
Okay.
Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell.
Yeah, Mitchell Trubisky. He sucks. I could say that because he sucks.
I'm sure you put a straw in his mouth, put the straw into a cola, and you start sucking. I get it. No matter what, that means that you did not lie.
Right. All right. So that's it with Aaron Rodgers. So Aaron Rodgers is whining. He doesn't have his girlfriend anymore, Danica Patrick, right? They broke up.
Yep.
We talked about that on the show. Who's he dating now? You're going to need somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're even talking about that. They're just talking about the big problem.
Isn't that Shelley Woodley? Who's that?
I'm not going to go back to my old standby.
Aaron and Shailene are dating.
Okay.
Who is Shailene Woodley?
I would assume a young lady.
Oh, she's an actress. I've seen her.
Okay.
She's Big Little Liars. Big Little Lies. Not Big Little Liars. Big Little Lies.
Okay.
Shailene Woodley. Yeah, now that I see her.
Oh, yeah, I know her. She comes down the street all the time.
Do you? I mean, it's a small state, so.
Well, I'm talking about you when she's in Vegas as an actress.
What?
You seem to know a lot of people because all these famous people go through Vegas.
Oh, no, she's the one from Divergence. You saw the Divergence movies, right?
I saw the first one, I think.
Okay, the girl in that, the lead. That's her. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
That's her. That's Shailene Woodley. The lead character.
Okay.
I'm going nowhere with this?
No, because I'm not going to look it up because
you don't have to look it up. You don't have to look it up. You don't. Do you or do you not remember?
Not really. I'm vaguely, but no.
Okay.
Sometimes I can't remember what I had for lunch. Remember?
Oh, I'm going to save you some time.
Trubisky?
Do you like Tom Clancy movies?
That name sounds really familiar.
Not with the Bears anymore. Trubisky signed with the Bills. Oh, thank you. The Bills can have him. The Bills, as long as he's not our problem anymore. Well, our
there
problem.
You go.
Like I follow the Bears anymore. Bears won championship in all their time.
Yes, but H. Camper 08 is probably a Bears fan.
H. Camper 08 is a Bears fan.
See?
And so is not yet.
Oh, I heard
34?
bad news. My condolences to Chicago fans.
Why?
Blackhawks are out.
What? How can they be out? It just started.
I don't know. I just heard it on the news literally yesterday. They've lost enough games that they're already out of a chance for the playoffs. Did it just start?
Blackhawks playoffs. Blackhawks end season with 2-game series playing for pride. Oh, apparently.
Yeah. Again, I only remembered that because
there it is. Yeah,
this diehard Blackhawks fan.
6 days? No, Penguins, baby, they're in.
Penguins.
Playoffs be to win. Blackhawks are officially eliminated from the race.
I like Penguins. They wear their own suit.
Penguins are great. But you do like Tom Clancy movies?
I'm sure I've seen quite a few of them because the name is very familiar, but
I do remember that he kind of writes really slow. And some directors do a good job of speeding him up and do good movies with it. He wrote the Jack Ryan novels, right?
those are good. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, some of them are good, some of them are bad, right? They have a new one on Amazon called Without Remorse. It is very slow. Either that or I'm getting like,
Oh yeah, The Hunt for Red October. That was the big one. I knew I recognized it.
yeah. So, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Without Remorse. The Sum of All Fears was good. Rainbow Six, But this one's so slow. I'm like, oh man. So save your time. Don't watch it.
There you go. Well, it's the end of our show, so we got to get to our last thing.
Do we have to get to it?
Well, we should.
All right. So we're going to end the show then. What's our last thing?
Our word of the week.
What is it?
Oh, well, I figured Tom Clancy probably
I know what our last thing for the show is, Scott. I've been doing this for 382 episodes.
Yeah. It's all walk.
Go for a walk. Is that what it is?
Kind of. The definition is taking a walk outside and making an effort to look at the things around you. All walk hasn't been added to the dictionary yet, but they have noticed it's been used quite a bit. The word awe, of course, means feeling of respect. So when someone says they will take an all walk, it means they'll notice and feel grateful for all those small things around them. The word was actually coined by the authors of a recent psychological study, which found older people who took all walks felt more positive, just like our show, and less stressed over time.
Well, I'm old. And remember how we talked about young kids trying to rename everything? Yeah. Let me see if I can think of something that they used to say about this that the young kids took and just made it their own. Okay. Like on point. That's fleek, right? Let's see, an all walk. Would it be something like take time to stop and smell the roses?
Yeah, well, yeah. Similar.
It's similar. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Nope, just similar. Just similar.
It's this exact same thing.
Not the exact same thing. Just similar.
No, it's the same thing.
People are going to say, Steve, it's not the exact same thing because one's 2 words, the other is a phrase.
Well, okay.
The meaning is similar.
On point, 2 words. Fleek, 1 word.
1 word.
Again, let me read this to you now and see if it sounds familiar. The expression "stop and smell the roses" is not just about flowers or nature, but an encouragement to live life with a deeper gratefulness for the world around us.
See, very similar.
And with that, I want to thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show is not a bad life decision,
it is. It's a bad life decision. Then please subscribe, watch our other shows and channels. Head over to YouTube. You can see the replay of this. That comes out every Saturday. There are 382 of them up right now of the episodes. Yeah. This is our second full episode on Twitch.
Exactly.
So come back and watch that. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for contributing. I got to move another monitor down here.
Yeah, I'm going to make some changes too, but this is much better than I
can't see the action fast enough. Or I'm going to buy new monitors. Hey, hear that, Peggy? I'm going to spend money on buying.
There you go.
Here come running through the door right now.
And hopefully those people who are watching didn't get too much buffering. I noticed that my screen did buffer a few times on live Twitch.
Well, you can watch the replay and it clears up, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
So with that, I want you to, let me see. How could I say, which I've been saying for the past 200 episodes, what was the phrase? All walk. I want you to live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Crazy, and you still amaze me.